So I thought I'd show you the other side of my billion-dollar mansion here. As you know, we live here full-time, and the off-grid property, we have that just for YouTube videos. That's actually really profitable. I didn't realize how profitable it would be to buy a cheap piece of property, $4,200, and then, you know, build a little tiny house on it, you know, another $5,200. Whoop-de-doo. You make billions. As a matter of fact, they just did a Forbes magazine thing, and I was rated just under Elon Musk. So I have to go over to the off-grid property on a regular basis, well, every day actually, and make this 15-minute video to get my billions of dollars. What was strange, here's what I didn't understand, was there's another YouTuber, his name's Mr. Beast, and he's got, what is it, 150 million subscribers or something crazy like that. I mean, it's just a huge number. And he makes $10 million a year. But I make almost as much as Elon Musk. I think he's up there at $250 billion. I mean, but this is the best I thought. You know, I didn't want to overdo it. You know, I built it kind of like a church. I guess it is basically a church. But it's comfortable. Me and Carolyn live here. And then recently we just parked that old junky camper down there. Got her son staying in it just for the YouTube channel. Obviously his relationship with his family is just fine. We just wanted to show it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go over to the off-grid property. Now, as you know, I have to get in my Learjet and I take it over there. So it takes me about 2 hours to get over there on my Learjet. You'll notice when we get there that the trees and the weather, you know, it's cloudy right now. It'll be exactly the same over there at the off-grid property. It's really kind of crazy how that works. You would think, being over here in Malibu, that the sun and surf would shine through, but it's basically the same weather. Who knew? I didn't know until I became rich and famous. Moved over to this Malibu home. I have a landing strip over there at the off-grid property. It's out in the woods, and the reason I did that was because, you know, that kid that follows Elon Musk, he's got this app, and it tracks his airplane movements. So I try to keep that discreet because I don't want this kid blackmailing me like he did Elon Musk and wants millions of dollars to shut the app off. So I don't want any of that. I finally made it to the property, the off-grid property. The airstrip is over here, about, a quarter mile. I mean, you can't see it. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna let you see that airplane number and all that. So I walk down here and then I come through the woods. And now I claim that this is only 1.5 acres, but obviously with an airplane strip, you know, I got 50 or 60 acres over there that you can't see. I pretend that everybody can do this lifestyle on 1.5 acres, but you know, it always worries me having to go home in the evening back to Malibu because, you know, the chickens, I know, I really should stop with that. The chickens, you know, we take them over to a farmer at night. It's a lot of work actually trying to organize all this, but I take the chickens back over to a farmer before I go back to Malibu. When I come over here, I pick those chickens back up so you can hear the roosters, and that way I try to keep the illusion up. And so I just put them in there. So I had to walk all the way out to the woods and come back just to kind of show you how the day goes. But we got the chickens here, and they charge me to house them at night. So, but they take good care of them. And I just put them in this thing and give them a little bit of scratch feed and food and water, and then I take them back over there at night. And they let me have the eggs, so that's pretty good. That way I can keep up the illusion that we're on this meat diet, and that's all we eat is eggs and chicken and meat. Now you may hear the generator running. It's pretty cloudy today, just like it was in Malibu. So the solar panels aren't making a lot of electric. It's making enough electric today that I wouldn't necessarily have to run the generator if it was a normal day. But as you know, I told you the other day that we went grocery shopping and we filled the freezer up with meat. And so at nighttime, I have to run the generator so we have enough battery power to get us through the night. It's just something we gotta do. We gotta do it for 48 hours. We gotta have enough electricity to run that refrigerator for 48 hours. Well, with it being cloudy, I decided to go ahead and run the generator through the day. The solar panels will still charge the batteries, but the generator will produce the 10 amps I need to run the refrigerator, or the freezer, I should say. You know, years ago, we were caught living here at the Malibu Place. And it's obvious, you know, we got the electric pole here that clearly demonstrates that we don't live here. There's nobody could live here. It's just really hard to keep this illusion up, even if you're on YouTube. I mean, you can highly edit things, you can take things out. But people are pretty smart. You know, they'll go to an old video and they'll say, ha, there it is right there. But I've showed you many times that we don't have a meter in the meter base here. And this electric line, somebody saw this the other day, comes out of the box. This ran to the old trailer over there. But obviously, you know, that's been a kind of a fictitious story. The mobile home, that's what we built the tiny house on. The mobile home came way over here, and we cut it all down. So you'll see here that this was the water pipe that came into the mobile home, and here's the wiring that came into the mobile home right here. You can see that it's cut. It took a lot of planning to try to figure out how to fool everybody. We can make these videos, make billions of dollars. Don't get me wrong, it's a lucrative job and it's worth the effort. So I make these videos every now and then just to, you know, because my sins, my guilt, they catch up with me. Then we, of course, have Carolyn doing laundry regularly in the plunger and the tubs. And she's usually hanging laundry up. But that's not her real clothes. Our real clothes, you know, real nice Malibu clothes. These old t-shirts and things I wear, it's got holes in it. I actually had to go to a homeless camp to get those clothes. Went to a homeless camp, gave some homeless guy a bunch of money, and he went around picking up clothes out of dumpsters and different things, and I gave him all that money. I thought it was kind of a nice thing to do to take care of the homeless. And then people are always catching me with the coffee. You say you drink coffee. How do you make coffee off grid? That's too much electric. And you're right. Coffee pot just can't run off 1,000 watts. I mean, I don't even know how I thought of that, but I had to catch up. I had to figure that one out. We bought a percolator, one of those camping percolators, take to a campground. We make coffee in that, and you can see that it makes a mess. It splashes all over. But that's all good for the illusion. That's so you know it's there. Carolyn tries to clean this up regularly. Now, I know Carolyn's fake. It really is tough trying to keep the story straight. You know, Carolyn's fake. We don't live off grid. And I gotta do all this stuff every day. I go from my Malibu home out to here, make the coffee, make the big mess on the Coleman stove, clean the Coleman stove. I mean, look at the eggshells. You know how much time this takes, even though I'm not eating the eggs? All that is part of the deal. You'll see that they're not fake, they're real eggs. And then you got get the eggs in there. I mean, I'm not hungry. I ate a really fancy breakfast in Malibu. Why would I want eggs? Eggs every day? Oh. But it does fool a lot of people. The firewood. Now, there's a lot of videos of me chopping up that firewood. And that was tough because we did that in the summertime, 2 summers in a row. Trying to get the firewood, trying to build the tiny house, trying to do all these things, all the while traveling back and forth to Malibu. It's worth it. I mean, with the billions of dollars, even if YouTube crashed today, I could live the rest of my life in Malibu, never have to worry about a thing. But I mean, it's kind of fun trying to, you know, trick people into believing this is real. We got that cat, and I really didn't know what to do with the cat. I mean, Carolyn is fake, obviously. She doesn't really exist. I don't even understand that. If I'm going to have a fake wife, you would think that I would have been smart enough to pick a 20-year-old up, and I could have actually done better on YouTube. I mean, if you look at the thumbnails and the titles of other off-grid channels, young off-grid channels, they're young. And nobody pays attention to the guy. They're always looking at the girl in the bikini. So you would have thought I would have done that, but man, I didn't catch that one. I made Carolyn out to be 10 years older than me. And then I didn't put her on camera. It caught up with me pretty quick. Obviously, she's fake, so. She does a lot of work around here. I mean, she split all this firewood. Look at the plants that she's growing for the chickens and the firewood and the grill. I mean, she does a lot of work. So, I mean, just imagine all the laundry and everything, and I still have my chores to do. Plus, I got to fly the airplane. Man, a lot of work. And, you know, then on the winter days when it snows, I still got to get out here. I got to call ahead. I got to get the airstrip cleared off. So I get out here so I can start a fire. You know, all that canned food in there. If I'm not careful, that stuff will freeze in the middle of winter. So I got to make sure I get back here in plenty of time to start a fire up and get back in the morning. It's a challenging job. So obviously I'm being a little sarcastic. Yes, we do live here. Live here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Occasionally we go out to the store. We buy about 30 days worth of groceries and we stay here. We eat chicken eggs constantly. And we have a little cat that we take care of. Carolyn is real. Lots of people have seen her through the window. I can't seem to ever avoid the window. Right now she's down there visiting with her son in the camper, so she's not even in there. But I get this a lot. I mean, just a ton that people think I'm fake, and I don't even understand this. It's really odd. So this weekend or last weekend I got an email from somebody. He said, I thought you were fake. They started watching more of my videos and realized that I'm authentic. What I found strange was his email actually went to spam. It said it had been reported as spam by other users. I have a Gmail account. So it tells me that he writes a lot of people from YouTube, I guess complaining, and then, you know, of course, the YouTuber spams them, blocks them as a spam. And so when they send it to someone else, so it went to spam. Well, I replied back. I don't understand how it is that I look fake. Ripped up t-shirts. This is actually a brand new t-shirt. The thing is, I bought a package of them and they're all black. I thought they were different colors, but the advertisement, I guess in Amazon, I was supposed to select different colors and I just selected black. So they're all black. I ordered more so we get different variety of colors, but in the meantime, they're all black. But my sweatshirts, all of them have holes in it. Somebody actually said, can I buy you a sweatshirt? No, you can't buy me a sweatshirt because it's just gonna get more holes in it. My Carhartt coat, it was an expensive one. I really like that Carhartt. It has bleach stains all over it because I gotta put bleach, well I don't do it anymore, in the water to purify it. So the bleach was getting on my coats. And the thing that really bothers me, I think, is there are fake YouTube channels out there and they're never caught. I don't think they're ever accused of being fake. I just watched a YouTube short of a pretty popular YouTube channel, and I know they're fake. They're absolutely fake. She comes out to get some firewood. It's middle of winter. And she's in one of these halter tops sport bra things. I don't know what they're called. I really don't. She says, how to stay warm. Of course, I'm like, well, put a coat on. So she goes out there and she splits some firewood and she carries it back in this big fancy bag. It's not how you carry firewood. You put your Carhartt coat on and you load it up in your arm so you can get a nice big load, and you bring it into the house and you let it dry. That channel has like, I don't know, 2 million subscribers because she'll dress up in halter tops and sports bras going out cutting firewood, and people think, wow, that's a way to live off grid. They're authentic. Wish we could live that way. Then when you come to my channel and I literally look like I make my own clothes, and you know, the porch is just full of chicken feed and a rain jacket because it's constantly raining and you're out there slopping in the mud. I mean, look, there's mud on the rain jacket. You get down here, there's lots of mud because, well, that's actually chicken mess. Look at it, that's all chicken mess. I'm fake, but people wearing brand new clothes, sports bras, out there carrying a brand new bag to carry firewood in. Nothing stained, everything is at perfection. That's real. I'm fake. I find it strange, and it's really crazy to me how many people don't even try to think beyond. I don't get it. And I don't know how to help people if they don't know how to help themselves, if they can't just spot fakeness. I guess that's why these scams and phishing activities on the internet work so well. Hey, I'm a king over in, you know, some African country, and I got a deal for you. Just send me $10,000. Okay, yeah, sure. I don't get it. How can you be scammed by that? I guess because it looks so beautiful, and I look like I live here. Oh well. I need to get back to my Malibu mansion. So if you'll click this up next box, take to a video where I was talking about the generator. So if I can inspire you to get real so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.